Yo, 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 what's good, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Magamites podcast. It's your boy, Fondo Villain. To my left, we got the homie Toast. What's up, man?
Here with me, Lack. Thankful for being here. We're so grateful to be here. And thank you to everyone who's been showing us love on social media, has been commenting, liking our stuff.
Yes.
We love the engagement, honestly, and we love interacting with every single one of you guys. And as you know, you signed the lease to be here. You're locked in for life. Your friends, your family. You're new here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, we're about to get into some topics today. Hopefully, entertain you guys for the next hour or so. And
about to get into that shit.
About to get into it. Always get into some shit.
Get into that shit. But yeah, welcome back. Definitely, the boys have also been posting a lot more on TikTok, so make sure you're going over there to follow up with the most up-to-date current reels. You're still gonna get a little dabble, a little sprinkle to the IG. We still love you, IG people, but TikTok's most likely where it's gonna be at in the future. So make sure y'all are dabbling over there. But speaking of dabbling, boys was just giving our little feedback on the Rainbow Six rundown.
Oh, yeah.
Gotten back to gaming. I wanted to say gaming competitively just because we're playing ranked.
We're more in competition with ourselves.
Because we're competitive fellas, all right? Everything for us is competition. We're trying to get this W, and I mean, it is what it is, but we're definitely in competition with ourselves. So
yeah,
facts.
Yeah, you guys don't know, Rainbow Six is it's a first-person shooter game. Yeah. It's like a team of 5, and there are like 70 operators
now. Bro, it's gone far. This is season 9, which is the year 9 of the game. So it's been out for 9 years, about to be a decade. Yeah. And we've been going in and out. It's a love-hate relationship. Like we always have like a nice stint of just months and months where we're grinding, and then we drop it for like years.
Bro.
Drop it literally for like years, and then come back to it randomly. All the boys are on. But I think this time we're definitely taking a different angle. We're really making sure we're fine-tuning the gameplay, we're refining, strategizing plans.
Communication, everything. Yeah.
Every time, almost before an episode, I just brought it up because we're just talking about it. I was like, bro, almost every time it's like we come here to give our breakdown on how like the last few games of the week went.
It's so frustrating.
We're like, bro, fuck, man. We're like, communicate. No one's talking.
That's not a game you want to play middle of the night. Literally, you're either gonna be yelling or your heart rate's gonna be so high.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't know how the boy Steven does it with all the friends and people and staying at his crib. Shout out to Sadie, Hope, Jess.
Yeah.
He tries to keep it down for the girl.
We can tell too. He's like, he's on the left.
We're like,
he's on the left.
We're like, bro, I can't hear you, bro. I know they're trying to sleep, but fuck this thing right
we're trying to get the
trying to get gold.
We're trying to get the dub. No, but I was arguing with some shout out to Weiss and Masood. They're trying to get me to go back and play COD. Yeah. Cause I was like, bro, just get Rainbow. Like Rainbow's hella fun. They're like, Rainbow's too slow, and it's made for people that can't process information like quicker.
That can't?
Yeah, can't.
No,
I was like, hell no, bro, you have to consider every element of the game while you're playing that shit.
Real, you got to process so much information at the same time.
Exactly.
It's not just running and shooting. It's like, sure, in COD, there's like little flies running around in the name of people, like just jumping, slide canceling left and right. But it's like, yo, Rainbow, you got to be the awareness has to be heightened, bro. And there's no fucking what's that shit called when you can like see it on the edge of your screen in Call of Duty? What's the perk called?
High alert.
There's no high alert, bro.
Yeah.
So
you are high alert. Your ears. Yeah.
Your sensation. Everything about you is high alert.
No, but I think I said it recently. Maybe I didn't. But apparently, Rainbow Six Siege has the highest IQ, like average IQs out of every gamer.
I think you did. I think you did say
average IQ is like 20. Like 120.
How did they measure that though?
I think they measure in the Pro League.
Because I know games like what's it called? Even though I don't even understand it to the fullest, but I know games like WoW and like all those are like also. I thought they would be up there because that entire thing is just strategy.
But number 2 is Rainbow Six Siege, or like, number 2 is Rocket League.
Rocket League is just some weird physics going on.
Like
for I've never played a game like that. Imagine, but
yeah. I don't know. I don't know how they measured. I think they measure like based on the Pro League players. But Hey,
That's
I'll take
interesting.
it. I'll take
I
it.
mean, we in that community, so that's a W for us either way. I would also have imagined fighting games would be up there because there's so much calculating.
Oh yeah.
Because that's like, I don't think in any of the games we just named, actual frame data in the game matters. But like in fighting games, it's not only your reactions, but your knowledge of how frames work in frame data, which is like, to me, the craziest thing to understand. You're actually like the professionals, they understand it to a point where they don't have to necessarily do the math every time. But the first thing that, like, whenever they drop a game like that or drop a new character, the first thing everyone's looking at the patch notes to be like, okay, this move is how many frames on startup, block, active, like all that shit, which it's never really incorporated in any games, except for you're considering like, when Rainbow first came out and people were like, oh, like the actual bullet trajectory is like coming out of the scope and not the barrel and like all that type of weird shit.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I think you have to consider it to some degree because, like, with all the head glitching that's going on, with all everyone that's trying to, like, like sometimes I'm watching someone that I can tell they're playing on the TV because like the person would ran across the screen and then they start shooting. Either it's the TV or it's just slow reactions.
Slow reactions.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I feel like Rainbow's one of those games with a super high learning curve, and if you just don't stick to it until you like at least learn to like, enjoy the game or like the basic mechanics of the game, it's gonna be very unenjoyable.
Oh, it's gonna be so unenjoyable. We're gonna get your shit pushed in. You're gonna have to watch people like do shit for minutes on end. Literally, like you're just watching your team play the entire game when you're dead. But that's the good thing though, is that I like the interaction even after like you're done for the round. It's like you like making call outs is so important. You can be so vital. Yeah, you're still involved in it. Whereas you don't just like put your controllers down.
Yeah, a lot of time I feel like that's how, like, if we have a good dead person communicating, that's how we win the round.
Yo, facts. It's like, yo, get on cam, bro. Let me know. That's facts. Okay. Yep. That's our little recap, little gamer recap. I like that though. I like the idea of bringing that in. We'll see. We'll let y'all know if the Mandem we'll let you know as we get better, not if we get better, because we're always leveling up. But
are you gonna get Wukong?
Do just got it.
Do just got it
over there. Yeah.
Oh, he's not gonna play Rainbow anymore. He's not gonna play Rainbow anymore.
Bro, he's been playing it, but he played yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
He said the game is sick.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
He said the game is so sick. I haven't been able to sit down and play a game like that, but I mentioned this before. Like, I don't feel like enticed anymore with the Xbox, just because I want to get rid of it so bad to where I don't even want to get like new games to play on there. I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah, so I mean, what are you waiting for? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
I'm about to drop on the PlayStation right now and buy the games on top of that. I'm not gonna do all that right now.
I mean, it's either now or when you actually go into surgery, and then you have no time.
Nah, I think maybe by the end of the year. We'll see. By the end of the year, okay. Just not immediately.
Oh, you're just waiting for the Christmas present, huh?
Or Black Friday, whichever ones, bro.
Yeah, whichever one. Yeah.
Maybe Cyber Monday type shit. We'll see if Mandem are doing any of that. But
yeah, I wanted to get, like, even before the game came out, like, but I grew up watching that. So the show
mythology.
Mythology. The show is called Journey to the West, and it's like a Chinese show, and that's what every Asian kid's gonna go. Like, if you grew up in Asia, you know about it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get the Wukong tattoo for so long.
Oh, really?
But apparently, you're not supposed to, because in the mythology, in the beginning of the show, he was like crushed under a rock and he was held there captive because he was such a bad like character for like thousands of years. So apparently if you get the tattoo, like
it stunts like all your progress in life type shit.
Apparently, bro. So
crazy.
I believe it enough to I believe it to where I'm like, I don't know, I want that, because like how do I can't get it off, you know.
Shit. I mean, that's deep. I guess it just depends on if you believe in it like that. I know there's so many adaptations that have come out of that mythology, which I really like. Obviously, Dragon Ball. If you don't know Dragon Ball Z, you might as well not be watching the podcast, but still watch because you know. But nah, like Dragon Ball, Goku, like there's so many things tied around the Wukong character that when they made the game, I was just like, oh, this is gonna be sick, especially the way they presented it. I was like, this just looks way too cool, and it's also from like Chinese developers. I don't even think I think they said this is their first game making.
Yeah, first AAA game.
Bro, what?
Crazy.
That is nuts.
Yeah. I think the game was delayed like 3 times now.
It's been a minute since they first showed it.
I think I saw when the trailer first came out was like 2020, like 2020, and then
probably I can't remember when I saw it first, but
but it was a minute ago, and then they were like, okay, 2021 will come out, delay 2022.
Nothing.
Yeah, it was. I think they were just waiting for the Unreal Engine to like fully.
Oh
develop. Yeah. But
that's
now,
fair.
but it makes sense because now the game looks crazy.
Now the game looks stupid, bro. Dummy crazy. Before we get into the topic for today, I think, where did I see this? I think it was on TikTok, scrolling, and I saw this dude. He was like, his fucking guys had called him, and they had like a section at the club or something. And they're like, yo, come out, like you gotta meet us up there. And he didn't want to go so bad that he went to his girl, and he was telling his girl, he was like, yo, the guys. He was like on the phone, but he put it on speaker. He was like, yo, the guys are trying to get me to go out. They just got a section at the club. Like, I'm trying to go out with them. Like, what do you think? And then he was telling her, like, yo, say no, please.
Yeah.
And at first she was like, nah, yeah, baby, go ahead, that's cool. And then he was like, and then she's like, nah, but if you go out, you better find a new place to stay. She started saying like all this smash shit. She was like, you better find a new place to stay. He's like, yeah, damn, y'all heard? That's crazy. I'm probably just see y'all next week. She's like, nah, not even next week. You can't even go out with them next week. I was like, bro. And then as soon as he was done, she was like, how was that? He was like, nah, that was good. And she's like, all right, I'm coming. I got you. And he was like, anyway, I'm gonna be on the game all day. He's like, all right, baby. I was like, what a life.
What a life. Bro, I feel like
Oy.
if the relationships I've had, if I ask like my girl, yo, like or not ask, but I was like, yo, I'm gonna go out with the guys tonight, whatever. They're like, oh, okay.
Oh, they were like nonchalant, just
have fun. Cause like I think in their mind, if I'm out, I'm just drowning in bitches,
shorties.
Bro. I'm just
you got the shorties everywhere,
which is not fucking true. Like I'm usually if I'm in the club, I'm Shannon knows this. I go shout out to Shannon. But when I'm out with her, I'm just literally standing there with my drink. I'm people watching, and we just we're just drinking. We look around. Like, I was like, is it 1 yet? All right, it's time to dip.
Oh yeah, 1. Yeah. As soon as 1 o'clock hits, y'all are just 1:30.
We're out, bro.
That's funny. I thought you were gonna say like people probably look at y'all and be like, oh, little cute little couple.
Nah. It's because I'm just like
it's casual.
It's just like I'm not in that club mood anymore. I don't know what it is.
You're not really doing anything. You're just kind of there.
Yeah, like most of the time I go out because like she's like, I don't want to go out myself. Can you please come out with me? But it's nice going out with Shannon, and this is one of the only reason why I say yes is because like she knows the people at the club or whatever. Like she knows all the bouncers, so we don't pay cover. We get in for free. We skip the whole line. And when we're in there, we're just chilling.
Everything is calm.
Yeah, everything is calm. We're in the DJ booth a lot of times. Like we're just chilling.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's nice. That's nice.
You can't you can't pay me to fucking wait in line outside the club no more, bro. Like,
that is high key not a lifestyle, bro. Yeah. Even I say that, but obviously, if I go to Chicago right now, there's a few places I know people, but I would still probably be in line.
Yeah, nightlife there is probably worth waiting outside the club for.
Yeah, he's not there. You're not in line for a minute either.
Paying 20, 30, like 15, 20, 30 bucks to get into the club for like an hour, it's like 2 hours is not for me, man.
That's not the move, man. That's not the way. But speaking of hanging out with your friends, the topic for today, Toast, traveling. Talk mainly about traveling. Traveling in groups, solo traveling, all the above.
Okay.
Hopefully some of y'all in the comment section have done this. If you have, leave us a spot where you've been to that you think the boys should check out. We're big travelers. And if you haven't, you definitely should. You definitely should travel, try to get out there. But what would you say? What would you say is your take on like taking trips with people, friends, versus just going out by yourself and exploring the world?
I go back and forth.
Yeah.
I go back and forth just because if I really want to get to know a place, if I really want to experience that place, solo traveling is the way to go for me. Because I can stay there as long as I want. I can change the itinerary as I please.
Fair.
I'm not trying to line my schedule up with anybody, my eating schedule. Like, some people are not breakfast people. Some people are breakfast people.
Oh, that's facts.
Like, some people are early birds. Some people just want to sleep. And you know what I mean? So like, if I'm, let's say, like, if I'm going to like Korea or something, going with a group, you have to make sure everybody is accommodated for, like, for with their needs. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like if they have certain like food allergies or whatever, you can't go
Oh,
to certain
yeah.
food places. And food in Asia, it's not like here. Like, if you tell them you're like, I feel like, because the food variety is so much bigger,
Mm-hmm.
not a lot of people are allergic to a lot of things.
So, yeah.
And I think that's the allergy thing. That's a Western world thing, because
it
Bro,
must be.
even like
because-
seasonal allergies, I never fucking got seasonal allergies in Vietnam.
I'm saying that shit must
They don't
be
even
out
sell
here
allergies medication
only.
in Vietnam. We ship it back from here,
He
bro.
said we ship it back.
Yeah, so like the whole
Must be a
allergy
third world
shit.
thing. Or
Like,
sorry, first world thing. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're allergic to peanut butter.
He said
You're
that.
genetically inferior. Your parents should have fed you
Peanut
peanut butter when you
butter?
were younger. That's
That's
actually a thing, though.
nuts.
Like, people that are allergic to peanut butter are allergic because their parents didn't give them like didn't expose them
Nuts?
to nuts.
Mm.
When they were
Probably though.
younger.
I'm not surprised. You know.
Yeah.
It's
I had a-
just-
I had
it's
a-
very.
Oh, sorry. Go.
No, I was just gonna say it's very weird, and it has to be with a lot of the produce that they have here. But yeah.
Yeah,
Go
like
ahead.
after I had my appendix surgery,
Mm-hmm.
for some weird reason, I started developing a shellfish allergy. This was in Vietnam, and my parents, my whole family, instead of being like, "Oh, let's just not give him
Not
shellfish,"
give him-
they're like,
You
"Make him eat
feed
until
him."
he fucking until he gets over it." And you know what happened? I got
Motherfucker
over it.
now.
Now I love fucking shellfish. Are you kidding
Motherfucker
me?
eats shellfish now.
Yeah, surf and turf all day. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
like, back to the traveling thing. Yeah, I feel like if I'm really trying to get to know a place and I'm really want to explore and do everything, experience everything I can,
Mm.
because I feel like my energy level when I'm traveling is way higher than a lot of people. Like, I'm always like, I want to pack everything into to my day as much as I can. Some people are like, we're on vacation, let's just take it easy. I'm like, I want to see the whole fucking
whole
city.
shebang.
Yeah, but.
Mm.
Yeah, man. But there are definitely benefits to group traveling. Like, you feel safer when you're out. You can be a little bit more laid back when you're in a crowded space, because you know your friends are around you,
Yeah.
and to share that experience with your friends, to make those memories. I mean, that's for life. Like, you
Yeah,
create like a bond
yeah.
with, with people. Traveling with family is different.
Yeah, traveling with family. I was gonna say traveling with family is definitely different from solo and group traveling. I feel like.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing,
Sheesh.
because my parents don't have the energy I do. They have they have a palate
Bro.
that they grew up eating.
My parents are the opposite.
Really?
These motherfuckers are energetic when they're traveling.
What?
Bro, these people don't want to stop.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
but-
need that, but like, because it's because they're actual travelers. Like, they
Yeah,
dare
they
to
be
experience.
out there. They be going places.
Yeah. Some people
Yeah.
are just like, oh, this is my PTO, this is my vacation, this is time I get to relax and sit back. I'm like, you better get your ass up at 7 and go to breakfast. We getting 3-4 meals a day minimum. Boba twice a
He said
day.
minimum.
What are we doing? If we're
Boba's
not
crazy.
eating, if we're not eating, exploring, looking at everything, go to all the distractions, we're wasting time here.
Fair, but you said your parents don't like the food either. When they
My
they don't like trying foods when they travel.
They do, but because I feel like their palate is so catered, is so like
Mm.
so specific to Vietnamese food that it's hard for them to like
Actually,
like eat other food and be like, yeah, this flavor is good. Like, and I understand it.
yeah, I was
'Cause,
gonna
like,
say my parents are kind of the same. Yeah.
yeah, because like Vietnamese food is very like strong flavor, hella herbs,
Mm.
hella like sauces, seasoning, everything is like overdone, so you can eat it with like rice, like plain
Mhm.
rice. Because you know, like, our culture is Vietnamese culture is very, it's a culture that didn't have a ton of resources or access to like the outside world.
Mm.
All of our influences from China, so a lot of times, like, a lot of meals growing up, our whole family sharing one little fish,
Mm-hmm.
and it's mainly from the sauces that we like finish the bowl of rice, and that's how we get like full from
fair.
the food.
Kind of similar situation, but fair.
Yeah, but like so if I take my parents out to like a Italian restaurant,
Yeah,
where it's 3 ingredients in the whole thing,
the entire pasta.
Yeah, it's hard for them. It's hard for me to convince them like this is what is really good to other people, because they're like, like we have so many noodle dishes that are better, you know.
Yeah, which is facts then. At the end of the day, which is the thing.
Exactly.
So I feel you. That's fair. Our parents do kind of the same thing. The food part, they don't travel necessarily for food. Like I don't think I've ever heard them go somewhere and come back and be like, yo, if you go to this place, you gotta try this. Like they're never.
What?
My mom will go there and eat bread all day. Bro. When we're in Paris, bread all day.
She loves
man.
bread like that,
Bro. Mom loves bread, but they're definitely, speaking of like family traveling, they're definitely the ones that are like, we are up early. It doesn't matter when you better sleep at night. Like I don't know what you're gonna be doing up late at night. Like y'all going out. Like fuck all that shit. You better be up in the morning because we got places to go, things to see.
Yeah,
and we're standing in all the lines. It doesn't matter if it's 200 degrees outside. We are standing there. We're gonna go through. We're gonna see all the attractions. We're gonna walk through all of them. We're gonna take the tour bus, the double decker. Dad loves the fucking hop on, hop off. We're taking all the buses everywhere. And the funniest thing is like they're doing all of it. They have the AirPods listening to the narrator saying all this shit. Bro, it was me and Lionel. That's the last major trip that I took. Shout out to twin cousin photographer. We went out there, and that was also one of the funnest trips I think I've had in a minute. And that was it was a tie between a group trip and a family trip because it was like obviously he's family, but it was just the two of us, and we went to Barcelona first. So went to Spain. We're in Barcelona for a week, and then we met our parents in Greece. Bro, this is how I'm telling you that these niggas are ready to go. So I'll give you the Barcelona breakdown was cool though. First time for me as well, traveling internationally. Like I would say with just like one other person who was not family.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's twins, so it's family, but like it wasn't like me, Lay, and Doe.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't us. It was me and Lionel. First time traveling, the two of us. Bro, that shit was fun. Did all types of shit. Went out at night. Went and saw places in the morning. La Rambla. We went to the beach. Like everything was amazing. Met so many, and then that was also the first time that I really gotten to like immerse myself in the culture, which I know was like the tag on for your topic. But we went and we were hanging out with like some of the locals. One of them was from DC and she moved there and decided to stay. And tell me why these people were getting into our heads about just staying there. And I was just like, bro, what kind of matrix?
It could work.
Bro, they were breaking down how much life is easier. You just gotta stay.
It's cheaper for the same.
Cheaper, like. Bro, all this shit. So that was amazing. And then I went to Greece. We're in Athens, mainland. Saw everything, bro. Went to Acropolis. Like, went and saw all the stuff. First Olympic Stadium. And then tell me why. During the time in Greece, we flew to Santorini for a few days. So flew to the island Santorini. Yeah. Amazing, beautiful, cool. Flew back. The next day, these niggas was like, yo, we want to go buy some shit in Turkey. You guys want to come? And we're like, oh, that'd be sick. Like, how long are we going? They're like, no, we're just going to go there and then come back. Oh. And I'm like, yo, Turkey's not down the street, my guy. You're about to take like a 3-4 hour flight to Turkey. And then later, I think it was later in the evening or like mad early that morning, they're just going to fly back to Greece only for us to be there for like another day. Then we leave and then have to. I was like, bro, what?
Yeah.
We just got back from Santorini, which is mad. And if you've been, you know, like to get to all the nice housing and like all that little, like the white and blue shit, bro, you got to walk because the cars can't drive, obviously.
Yeah, really like, hike up the mountain.
You're taking luggage and you're carrying that shit like 4 or 5 km just to go into where your housing is. Shit is crazy. So that's when I was like, yeah, parents, bro, they be doing this traveling shit because they literally did that. When they ended up going, they're like, oh, y'all don't want to go? All right, fuck it. If y'all don't want to go to Turkey, we'll go. We'll go do our thing. They went. Me and Lionel stayed. We ran around Greece for a little more. They came back, and then we all left. And then we came back here, but they were going back to Cameroon. And I was just like, what? How you packing up? First of all, I'm over here thinking about like what I'll pack clothes-wise. I don't know how they be packing their shit, but
they travel so much. I feel like they just got to figure it out.
Yeah, they
probably don't even unpack at this point.
I don't think they unpack. because I don't think they pack a lot because they be going there and then just like,
buying
mom
stuff.
would buy something and just wear it. She saw like some nice, bro. She changed outfits 3 times on one outing on a day. Like we were
outing,
bro. One outing on a day. We were in Greece. Like we got we had our little car that we're whipping around. So we whipped it around. Went to like the main side where there's all the shops and stuff. In Santorini and everything. Went to sit down. Had like she was just walking into the stores because she just made friends with the lady that owned the store for like some other shit because she bought there yesterday. We went, sat down. We're gonna get a place to eat. The dude hooked us up because he saw us the day before. She was coming back wearing something completely different. I was like, what the fuck? How did you? Where's your clothes? Bro, what happened to your clothes?
What?
Boom, did all that. Lionel's like, yo, he brought his camera, taking mad shots. He's like, yo, let's go over here, get some shots, go here. Got shots, came back. She's wearing a different outfit. I'm like, bro,
she's ready.
I'm like, bro, the house isn't even here. Like, how are you changing clothes? And what are you doing with the old ones that you're wearing? Like, you're literally buying this shit wearing it on the spot. So they definitely got their little travel business figured out. But
nah, I mean,
that. Yeah, it sounds like the life, man.
It does sound like the life because I mean,
sounds like
from just the packing thing. If I go somewhere for 7 days, I'm packing 9 outfits at minimum. 9 outfits. 18 pairs of underwears.
Jeez,
like I'm shitting myself every hour. Yeah, nah, just in case. You know, I have just a very just in case mindset. I need to have it. But now though that I'm like travel more, like I feel like I've gotten to the point where I'm like starting to pack lighter and then like actually buying stuff there. Like how your mom's is, and it's like that way I have something to bring home too, like wear at home.
That's cool, yeah. So because new clothes,
because unless it's like I'm fucking hiking in the mountain or like like traveling somewhere where I don't plan on like shopping at all. Like I'm gonna buy some shit.
That's fair. Yeah, that's the thing too. Now that we're like saying everything. Traveling be taking up some bread, bro. Like expenses be expensing.
Yeah,
because
like, when you're younger, you don't think about it.
Yeah, you don't think about it. You're like, I want to go to this. Yeah, it's like motherfucker.
Yeah, but like you don't think about like if your parents take you with them, it's one more like mouth to feed and like one more plane ticket. Like and the expenses it's gonna add up.
Yeah, quick. With you being there.
Yeah, but yeah, man, and I feel like traveling now is way more expensive than it used to be
back in the day.
Yeah,
I think flights would be the number one thing because that's definitely gone up. Even though like people are saying like, oh, it's so much better now. You can travel here for. It's worse than it was years ago.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like, way worse.
I usually fly Southwest, and back then a solid deal from Southwest,
like 60,
200, like round
international.
Trip. No, not international, just like domestic. Round trip 200. That's a good enough deal.
There's been flights for like 60, bro.
Yeah, but like to where? To Dallas, yeah, like I'm flying 3 hours, like an hour on an hour.
Going, man.
Yeah, now it's 400.
Oh, that's American United flights.
Yeah, 400 with a 9-hour, like fucking 9-hour layover. So one of the like, I remember looking at a flight recently, and this is why I'm gonna stop flying with Southwest real soon. After I use the amount of points I have, I'm going with Delta, bro. But I looked at the flight, and it was like from 10 like the getting there.
Oh, the travel time.
It starts at 10 a.m. and then the next number I saw was 12. I was like, oh, 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours. Damn.
Yeah, that's good. 12 a.m. the next
12 a.m.
a.m. 10 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Nah,
what are we doing? And I was like, oh, this ticket's the cheapest.
This is the cheapest.
I was like, God,
you thought about it. You thought about it. You thought of risking the hours. You're like, bro, I can see.
And the next line I saw was travel time was fucking long ass layover. I think maybe Southwest don't have enough planes, so they've been using their planes like taxis. Like they're literally picking up people from every state. Like it feels like a school bus.
Oh, you know, like before the school bus is crazy.
But you know, like when the school,
yellow too.
Yeah, before like no, that's Spirit.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah,
all the same. No,
close. So you know how like school bus they pick everybody up and then they pick you up, and then you have to go pick other people up. That's how it feels like flying with Southwest, bro.
Oh, Southwest might as well be yellow like the school bus, man. Just lump them in there with Spirit.
Yeah.
But nah, that's fair. For my take on like the solo traveling, I haven't done enough of it. I think the first solo trip that I really took was to Boston, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was cool. went out there, like you said, on everything on your own time is such like you don't deep it until you've like been on a few trips with like friends, and then you understand how things go. But then you take your first trip by yourself, you're like, wow, everything really is just on my own time.
Yep.
Like every single place I'm going to go and be is just wherever I decide I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you stay there as long as you want,
bro.
No one, you don't have to interact with anybody if you don't want to. You're just enjoying the environment.
Definitely. Yeah. So I gotta do more of those. I liked it. I don't know how that'll translate to an international perspective, which I'm really, really curious to see and find out. So maybe hopefully sometime in the future, get that locked in, do one solo trip going internationally. But I like overall group and solo travel is definitely up there. Real quick before we get into the cards, something else that you tagged onto the topic, and I just wanted to get your perspective on was what you take from the different cultures when you go there. I know you said you enjoy foods and everything. Is that like your main thing?
It used to be, just because like I feel like, I think I've said this before. When I first moved here, I didn't speak a lot of English, so like I just learned by observing, and like the only activity I can really enjoy without having to really know much about it was like is eating, and like just like looking into the food culture.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even through that, like it expands into the other aspects of the culture, like why this food is here, and like how it became, what it is.
The native.
Yeah. But now, like when I travel, food is still up there, but it's more like the perspective. Like when I travel, I do it with the mindset of like I have to see things from my eyes, through my eyes and my perspective.
Okay.
Because sometimes you hear about like someone say something about a place, and you go there and it's not like that.
And
sometimes it's
different.
Yeah, sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's really like sometimes they say it's really good. Sometimes they say it's really bad. But everything now I take with a grain of salt. Like I think even before my San Francisco trip recently, I was telling you how like they had like an app that like tracked like human feces,
like shit on the streets and stuff.
So and that's just why I've been like, that's why, because I haven't visited in so long. That's why I hear from like people, and I'm like, fuck, like San Francisco's going to shit. Like
about to go to the shit state.
Yeah. Like I'm like, fuck, man. Would I really enjoy it like I would, like I did back then? But I went, and honestly, I'm sure maybe I just lucked out. I didn't go through the.
You walked through all the shit.
Walk through all the shit.
Yeah.
But I had a really, really good time. I met some really dope people, very, very nice people. Usually city people to me are like kind of like a little bit stuck up, like kind of keeps themselves a little bit. But that wasn't my experience at all.
Okay.
So now it's just like I go into it with an open mind, and what I take from the like the culture, like not, I don't know if you can call it a culture.
I think you can call it a culture, but even if it's domestic, I think you can.
Yeah. Okay. Is like what I notice in San Francisco is you can make something very simple, very beautiful, like very almost like super elegant, even though it's very simple. Like I visited some very good food places where it's just donuts. They're just donuts. But I forgot the name of it, but it's just donuts. But the way they did it, it was just
very well presented.
Very well presented, and you can tell like a lot of thought went into making it. But yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I can appreciate that. Definitely, I think food is one of the easier ways to appreciate a culture's diversity or a cultural difference, depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
One thing for me, and I kind of touched on this a little bit with the Spain trip, was one of the ones where after we spent some time with the locals, I always understood. I mean, and I know you had this too, like growing up in Vietnam versus here, you already have a very well understanding of how different areas in the world can be just different from each other, because this place is like no other fucking place, right? Shout out to the USA. But it's like being in Spain, you really see what makes you really see how they carry and appreciate their culture for what it is. They don't have a lot of like I like the word you use is simple, and simple becoming elegant, because they don't do too much with anything. A lot of the places, like when we found the locals and hung out with them, a lot of their ideas of like, just for example, a fun night out was to just go to I forgot what it's called, but it's literally just like blocks of streets at night. It's just flooded with people. There's no real music or anything playing. Everyone is just there with the beer and just sitting down on the floor, bro. And I was just like, okay, this is a scene, definitely a scene and a sight to see. But the fact that so many people just indulge in that, because for blocks and blocks, it's just mad people. It's just crowds of people. You would think it's like they just had like a Champions League game or like something, some sort of match where everyone is like chanting. Yeah, man, them are just out in the street chanting, bro, and they just do this night on end, and they just do it the next night. No real reason, nothing really going on. But that was their very, very fundamental idea of like, we're just gonna go out and have fun and chat with friends and just be around. Bro, we walked around in circles like 6 times. Me and Twin were like, bro, what are we like? Where are we going? Are we actually going somewhere? Like, nah, this is it. Like, you just walk around. Yeah. You see people, you meet them, you stop and talk, and then that's all it was. And I was just like, interesting.
No, I love that. Yeah, I and earlier when you were talking about like how your dad just like loved going on those buses. Yeah. One of my favorite things I did was recently was like riding like just public transportation in San Francisco.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just like looking at all the different architect, like different like how literally how one street can be so different from the next, because there's so much like it's like literally such a big melting pot of a city, because you have like Chinatown that's next to Japantown, you have like areas that are for like that are for the Hispanics, and you have like very like rich areas and very like areas that where the human shit came from, so it was just cool like to just like enjoy just like something as simple just like riding the bus,
public transport,
the ferry, just like watching.
Question: Is the elevation really that crazy? Where it's like there's very steep streets and stuff like that.
Some of the I'll show you. I'll throw some of the pictures, but I'm tilting forward when I'm walking up because it's
just to maintain balance.
Yeah, I'm like in my head I was thinking like if I drove here, I would have to change my brakes once a year. Minimum,
because you're trying not to,
bro. And it was
that crazy.
Yeah, and what was wild was like they have those Waymo cars that are like self-driving. So some cars are passing me, no one's driving it. No one's in the driver's seat. That's
crazy.
There's people sitting in the back, or like, and you can like order it like to pick you up.
Just take you places.
But that should trip me out.
Interesting.
Like one wrong line of code, you're done.
Really, line of code, because there's human error involved.
Yeah. Humans programmed you.
Yeah, humans programmed all this shit. As of right now, there is human error involved.
Yeah.
So holy. Okay, that's fair. Breaking down into the next segment. I'm sure you guys have been waiting, and if you haven't been waiting, that means you haven't been watching long enough. But we are going to get into these bold cards. If you're here, you know what's happening right now. If not, Lack is going to give you a quick rundown. But I think we're all accustomed in getting in tune with it. Yeah. So
if you're not, you're about to.
You're about to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So this is a segment we introduced a while back. It's called they're bold cards, and it's from a company called Bold. And they have 3 different categories: perception, reflection, and connection. And each cards have typically 1 or 2 questions, and sometimes the questions relate, sometimes they don't. And it's exactly what it sounds like. The perception card just gets your perspective on that topic, and reflection card just makes you think about an experience you've had. But yeah, I think we're gonna start doing the connection cards in one one of the future episodes for sure, and mix it in. But with that being said. You want to go first? You want me?
Sure, I'll go first. Okay. And black card reflections. So, what do you think makes me different from the other people in your life? So, very direct question to you. And second question is, what do you not spend enough time doing? I like that second question.
Okay.
So, what do you think makes me different from other people in your life?
I mean, everyone in my life is different from each other. I think the role you play in my life is more. it's more that I see the drive that you have for what you do, your career, and how you carry yourself, and I've always wanted to learn from that because I feel like everywhere I've gone, every one of your friends I've met that are not mutual friends with me, have not been mutual friends with me yet, that became mutual friends, it's all kind of the everyone just kind of has the same idea of you, the same way they think about you, which is you are very sure of how you carry yourself because of your core values. So it inspire confidence in people around you that you got them. Like you can always handle a situation with grace or with humility.
Fair.
And that and how that role play, how that difference from other people in my life is beyond just, like my friend. Like I think you're my best friend and you're my brother. It's because, and we didn't get to that point by just not going through shit together.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've gone through some shit together.
Yeah.
And how it gives me a sense of like emotional safety and peace, knowing that I have someone that is as good of a person as you in my life. Because to me, it's almost like I did something right in my life for me to being able to not only befriend you but get to this relationship with you.
For us to be like there.
But yeah, that's how I would answer that.
Damn. Okay. Appreciate it, my guy. Yo, that's much love, man. Much love. I appreciate that. Definitely glad and happy to be that person. I mean, you don't need me to tell you, but like that's why we're here, man. Like that's why we're here, bro. So I really appreciate that. What I would say for you as to how you're different from other people in my life is I think you understand me to the point where you kind of how you're different, and I think proximity also helps with this because, shout out to the man Juwap, that's also my best man, but I love the fact that you are here present and you actually utilize the fact that you're here to sort of to be there for me in the ways that maybe, let's say, my family can't be. I think on one of the very first episodes we talked about was how I thought everyone thinks that I'm okay all the time, which hopefully and thankfully is due to maybe what you're saying with the presentation and how I carry myself. But I think you understand how I'm feeling most of the time. And then you go out of your way to check in on those moments. Right. So I think that's really what makes you different from the other people in my life right now, is that while there are people that are there and people that I know I can lean on, you utilize and capitalize on the times that we have whenever we're currently present together in the same space. Because we haven't, whenever I left for med school, like there was so many gaps in between where, you were there, everything was cool. But when we came back, it wasn't just, oh, well, like, why? Oh, it wasn't like, Wagwan, what's up, bro? Like, hope you're good. It was like, yo, I've been checking on you for so long. It's like, now that I'm here, what? You always like, what can I do? Simple things as the other day, like you going out and buying the fucking protein, man. Like I don't even know where I was. I wasn't even at the house, but man already went to Costco. I was like, yo, that's the thing. Is like you're always like, yo, like I got you. Like you understand what it is I'm trying to get done, and those things that you mentioned, where it's like I always present myself and whatever I have, I aspire to do it. Like you recognize what I'm trying to get done, and you sort of take it upon yourself to make sure that it's like most facilitated in the way that it can be, which is a very brotherly thing to do, because my brother actually did that for me too. Like whenever I used to study for boards, and I might have said this before, it's like he was buying me deodorant and like shower gel without me asking, just like stuff to like facilitate, because he knew what I needed to do. And he was like, this nigga don't really, he knows I also don't like going to the store for random shit like that. So like that's just very much how I think you differ from other people in my life, because I don't think any of these other niggas bought me some whey protein. Bro, everybody was looking at me buy this shit. They're like, bro, why you got a big bag? You're like, nah, bro. I got you. It was like, yo, how many? You're like, yo, how many servings was the one you had before? You're like, nah, 58? Nah, bro. This one's 80 servings and it's cheaper and I can get it from Costco. I'm gonna run to the store, grab it. I'm like, bro, much love, man. So I think that's something that I really do notice as far as you being different from other people in my life. To follow that up, what do you not spend enough time doing?
What do I not spend enough time doing? I feel like there's a lot of things I don't spend enough time doing.
Yeah, when we're playing Rainbow.
Yeah, we're playing
Can't
Rainbow.
be spending a lot of time on other shit.
Yeah, there's always that, I think in the grand scheme of life, there's so many like arbitrary things I could be doing like that in the long run won't have too big of an effect on how my life will play out. But the main thing I feel like I don't spend enough time doing that would affect me long term is facing my issues, my problems, my whatever I'm going through, like head on. I have this tendency to bottle things up and just shove it in the back of my mind, because eventually if I tell myself I give it enough time to like to forget it, forget it, let it not affect me, like it won't affect me, but it does. And long term it does. So I don't spend enough time reflecting and dealing with my issues. Because to me, why would I sit there and deal with my issues when I could be sitting there editing, going to other stuff. Playing video games, going to the gym, like going out, like things that seem important in the moment are really not that important. It's not as important as the issue, because I feel like everyone has this backpack in life. You can only throw so many problems in there before that backpack gets a little too heavy to like carry, to like take around with you, and it's like an inconvenience. You take it in and out of the car with you, you know what I mean? Like things that affect me a lot don't get the attention that needs.
I can appreciate that. When you first said arbitrary is the word, because what do I not spend enough time doing? There's so many arbitrary things, bro. Yeah. There's so many things where it just doesn't matter. But like, I know I could spend more time doing it, but like you said, in the grand scheme of things, a lot of those things that first come to mind, at least, like they don't really matter. So I like how you dialed it back to like, okay, what affects you actually long term that you don't spend enough time doing. I honestly can't think of too many things that would affect me long term. So might be more surface level, but I don't want to give such a simple answer as, working on myself, which isn't even to go into like the point that you made, which at least and realize that particularly about yourself, what you're not working on is that there's problems that you have that you're not facing head on. This one's definitely a tough one. I just can't, because I want to say I'm not working. It's a multitude of things, which again might seem arbitrary, but I want to say it's like I'm not spending enough time working on what's going to get me to my goals of the future, which goals of the future is like wife, kids, living comfortably, financially stable, like all those things. But it's for a multitude of reasons that like there's no one thing that I could spend more time doing that'll get me there, which I think is hard. So maybe what I'm not doing correctly is spending enough time thinking about the multitude of things I need to get done, and I'm just living in the moment. So like I'm just like, bro, I know maybe eventually like the studies and the school will pay off, but I'm not doing anything actively right now because I'm like, I gotta wait. I'm applying for residency. Sure, that'll come past. There's nothing really there that I can spend more time on. Same thing with the podcast. I know this is gonna get to where it needs to go with both of us. I know we're gonna be doing this for as long as we can. There are ways that this can get better to get to that goal. Probably not spending enough time on it. Why? Because in the moment I'm just like, I could just edit the few episodes we have. I could just, do whatever else it is. Working out, same thing. So I feel like there's just so many things, which is hard to like, if you haven't really thought about it, it's hard to sit down and just sort of computate what exactly affects you long term that you're not spending enough time doing, because we get sucked up into the groove of life, right? And I think that's sort of something that, especially people in our age, I think that's something that we all struggle with. Just getting into the flow of life. Man, them are out here going to work. You got the 9 to 5. You got to wake up either earlier before that or after to exercise and stay healthy. For some of us, some people have certain hobbies, whether it's playing video games, reading books. You're trying to factor in all those things. And then, but we're not even talking relationships, situationships involving another party, right? It's just like, there's so many things that how are you gonna have enough time to really think like, yo, what's affecting me in the long run that I can spend more time doing right now? But I mean, if you guys got that on lock, go ahead and leave it in the comments. We would definitely be happy to learn and see what some of the ideas on that are. But man, we're living in the moment, man, and I don't think there's anything too wrong with that.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah,
it's almost ironic that your answer is you don't spend enough time reflecting because it's a reflection
it's a
card.
reflections card. It's
Yeah.
like, bro,
No,
bro.
for sure. No, I
But
feel
yeah.
like I feel that heavy because I think the time in my life when I was the most unhappy, most unhealthy was when I was working a 9 to 5 because trying to work. I wasn't in 9 to 5. It was 8 to 4. Trying to work the 8 to 4, 8 to 5, going straight to MMA, and then like trying to fit the gym into that. I'm coming home at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And I'm just literally showering, eating, and going to bed. Like, and to do that repetitively, I was just like, I didn't know I didn't know what it was called at the time, but like later on it was called like revenge bedtime. It's when like you spend so much time of your day doing other things for like that you don't want to do or like don't care to do for other people, that at night and when you're supposed to go to bed, you instead of no matter how tired or sleepy you are, you try to stay up.
Yeah, you
to
wake
do what
to
you
do
want
to
to
do.
Yeah, so I'll be
revenge bedtime.
Yeah, so I was getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep at night. And that doesn't sound like so some people to some college students that's like, oh, you're getting 4 or 5 hours, bro.
4 or 5 hours, like,
try doing
nice.
that for a year straight with poor nutrition. Like you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it.
Definitely gonna drop back on you.
Yeah.
But fair. Go ahead. Perceptions card.
What hobbies do you hope to have when you're old? Is the first question. And the second question is, if you could create one law and abolish one law, what would they be?
Holy.
And why?
We can't stay here all day for that second question. It's gonna have to be something quick because there's so many laws I could try to think about. But
gotta pick one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pick one.
Gotta pick one.
You want to go ahead first, or
yeah? What hobbies do you hope to have when you are old? Collecting cars, because I hope I'm so financially connecting cars or vehicles, just vehicles in general. I just love anything that has a motor and a wheel or a wing or a propeller or something like that. Collecting cars or something like that. But like sports wise, I hope I'm still able to do like jujitsu.
Oh yeah, you still want to be rolling and stuff?
Yeah, I still want to be rolling. Still want to be
doing all that. Bones about to be
ain't nobody gonna get me in the nursing homes. They gonna run that phase.
Oh, you gonna be rolling with the nursing homes? Nursing homies?
Yeah, nursing homies.
Homies rolling jiu-jitsu.
Catch that fade, eating my, drinking my
type homies. Anyway,
my prune juice. Yeah. But if I could, you want to answer? Actually, answer the first question.
Answer the first one.
Yeah.
Car related, of course. We're car guys. I think for me, and I might have said this before, I kind of ditched the idea of having a collection of cars. Even hopefully we get to where we're stable enough to be getting the whips that we want. But I want to experience driving as many cars as I want to. Yeah. So even if I don't own them, sort of the similar thing. But I want to go out and drive some of these nicer. And when I say nicer, it's not just the flashy shit. Flashy shit included for sure, though. But I want to travel and drive not just the nicer cars, but on particular roads. That's always been a goal of mine. So I guess that will just translate into my hobby is whenever I'm older, if I can be able to do that. Same shit as all the traveling, but I want to be able to travel somewhere, find the specific roads and routes, and then get a car and like drive it. There's so many roads out there that I want to drive. There's this app, I don't know if I said it before, but I'm gonna say it real quick. It's made by Porsche, I believe, and it's called Roads. And it's literally like just roads across the world. Anywhere you are in the world, there are certain routes. There's like a little backstory about it. It tells you the distance. It gives like a percentage based on the amount of people that have driven it and like ranked like, okay, this was a cool one. And the cool thing about it is it's found by the people. So it's like you can find like a very nice scenic route that you took from like here to Kansas City or something. And you like put it on the thing. It records the route, puts it on the app. You have to go through the process. I don't know what the exact process is because I haven't recorded anything. But it's all found by people, and then people can drive that same route and rank it and all that types of shit. So it has a percentage of like how people liked it and all this. Bro,
what?
Some of the roads on there look I don't know if it's just the app, they make it look so beautiful. I'm just like, bro. So that's my thing. I want to get a nice car. I'm just gonna go to my little roads app, find a road somewhere
in
Spain. Here? I think Oklahoma. There's a few. That's the first thing I checked because I was like, what the fuck? There's a few places, but they're like further out. It's not like Oklahoma City, Edmond. It's out in the countryside, I think. But I think there's like some nice roads out there or something. Yeah. There's like all of them are ranked in like 60s, I think.
Okay.
There were some in Chicago. There's this one in Chicago that was like ranked in the 80s, 90s, and then you go to Switzerland and France, and there's so many nice ones.
Shit. Oof. Sounds like we got one of these that we gotta gas
try
up,
it out.
Yeah, gas up the Maserati and the G70.
Just go try out one of the roads. I'm actually down. I don't know why I didn't. I haven't really been on it much, just because when I'm here, I don't really drive anything I want to like. But
and Doge just got a new car too, so I'll be that'd be
take
dope.
The Audi out there. Mm-hmm. Nah, definitely gotta try it. So,
okay, bet.
Driving.
If you could create one law and abolish one law, what would they be and why? I feel like the law I would create would already exist. That's what I'm worried about. Because I would say like universal healthcare, but like other countries has universal healthcare.
I'm gonna say I know. That's what I'm about to say. I'm about to say Uncle Sam, bro. We abolish that shit.
Yeah. I think old people, if you're past a certain age, has to required to retake the driving test.
It is fed up.
Yep.
It is fed up on the streets.
I think right before that you get your Social Security and all that, you gotta go to the DMV one last time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do it again.
Yep. Because if I'm yeah, just do it one last time, and if you could do it, you can.
But if not, no more driving, bro.
No more driving. No more Social Security. What law is really annoying?
Oh, taxes, bro.
Honestly, that's a law? Yeah.
Bro, it's definitely a law.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. If I'm not paying, I'm going to jail. Yeah, you're right.
Bro,
fuck the taxes. Because I think we talked about it. I think we talked about it on the episode with Will, how like everything you buy. Because I was saying it, I was like the example I used was you buy that lamp, you're paying taxes on it. Whoever makes that lamp
has to pay taxes
on it, and it's tax on tax on tax. And at the end of the year, you're paying taxes on it.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean.
Which we can even if we don't want to abolish the law, because some of y'all just love Uncle Sam, let's just revise it because that makes no sense, man.
Yeah, I feel like this country is beautiful, and there are so many great opportunities here. But motherfucker, if I win the lottery for $1 billion and you're taking 500 mil, what are we talking about?
And then still somehow through all of that be in debt, and then still not have enough to like fund certain like vital things, and still have healthcare be the way it is. It's like, what are we doing with like if we're taking
fucking up my money?
Yeah, if we're taking our money taxes, and then we're doing very tangible things. Because I know people again. The conspiracists, which if you're here, leave in the comments. But I know people will say like there's certain things that are done because of taxes. If it's not very tangible, the way that it works just doesn't really make too much sense. Yeah. Because I also saw a video of the shorty too. She was like, yeah, if someone gives me $500, they got to pay taxes on the $500 they gave me, and then I got to pay taxes using the $500. And then whatever I use and where I bought it from, they have to pay taxes because.
And at the end you reported that as income,
bro. Yeah.
And then you would pay taxes on that too.
Dog, it's like we can revise that or abolish the fucking law.
Yeah, just for 1 year, and you're gonna see the economy go crazy, booming. The economy's
gonna go nuts.
Yeah, and I feel like, and that's just like a in a very fucking dumb. When you explain to people, as you get mad as you're explaining,
you're like, dog,
because you're a victim explaining what's happening to you and everybody in this fucking country.
And then people, man, them that work, and then you work and you try to make all this bread, but the more bread you make, the more taxes you gotta pay. It's like, what?
One of my favorite videos to watch, like type of videos to watch, is watching kids who just got their opening their first paycheck. And like their mom's recording because their mom knows what's coming. Their mom knows.
They see the check, but then they see a minus,
bro. Or they have to like calculate that. Okay, I worked 20 hours this week,
so I'm expecting like a
15
bag.
per. I'm getting 300. Yeah. I'm getting 300, 15 per hour, 20 hours. I'm getting 300, and they open it. It's like 100. What? Oh, and then their mom was like, "That's federal and state, federal and state taxes."
Yeah, man,
bro.
Nah,
it's shit like that, man. It's shit like that. But yeah, that's valid.
Fair.
Well, you.
And so we're definitely agreeing on the abolishing taxes.
Okay.
Creating a law. something flashed in my mind. I was definitely gonna get canceled. I was like, I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily say canceled. It was going to go into the gender.
Let's throw it out. If it's too much,
go
we'll
into the
edit
gender
it out.
thing, and I was gonna be like, let's leave the kids out of it, please.
Oh, 100%.
I think this has kind of been discussed to a certain degree, but I just want to go back to that, to where new law, we're not teaching these children. In fact, if we don't want to say that, let's just say new law is, let's just bring some foreign curriculum to this country. That's a cleaner way to put it, right? Because when we were growing up, and I imagine when you were growing up in Vietnam, the certain things they would teach you at elementary school are not the things that they're teaching people in elementary school here. There's no geography in elementary school. They're not learning any like real physics. They're not learning any history. Like, it's funny, you used to be able, the show Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I'm pretty sure some fifth graders aren't that smart. There's no way they're that smart anymore. I don't know if the show's still going on. If it is, leave it in the comments.
Those questions be stumping me.
Those questions used to be like, bro, what? You're fifth grader, you know this?
Yeah, now it's like, what TikTok trend is
yeah,
what TikTok
dance like, bro, if you ask the fifth graders back, if you put some of the questions that they ask fifth graders now, everyone's gonna be stumbled. But so let's just bring what I would like to, the way I would like to describe it is, a new law is that we have to adopt some foreign curriculum. British was cool. French curriculum is cool. I'm not sure about other countries because I haven't lived there, but I know for the most part, if it's international, it's probably better than what we're teaching the children here.
Yeah.
As far as like the earlier grades, we don't got to go China and, no, we don't all have to work in factories. We don't gotta put.
We don't all gotta work. Get a check from Temu.
Yeah, we don't all gotta. We don't gotta go to that extent where it's like that critical. But it's like, I think the curriculum now is definitely being shaved off in a weird way, and let's just implement a better curriculum for the youngins, man.
Yeah,
like honest, like law is, we have to teach just honest history too, because what is all this other rubbish?
Yeah, like and it's too. It feels like it has too much like personal feelings involved.
Yeah, involved, which that's not, history ain't got nothing to do with your feelings, man. No. There were feelings at the time, and there are feelings that right now, and those can all go into the books. But let's teach the honest history of what it was.
Right, and especially, I think things are especially worse in Oklahoma, where I'm seeing like a lot of stuff about like how they want to integrate heavily and like force the teaching of have kids force them to take Bible classes, no matter what religion or they're from, or whatever.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, and I know I know Christian colleges. You guys have to do that.
Yeah, I went to Oklahoma Christian.
That makes sense because that's a private institution, and and people know what they're paying for. They're getting into. If I'm Buddhist and you're trying to teach me the Bible, I'm gonna throw it right back at you, man. Like I mean, no disrespect to anybody, and I respect all religion, and then I don't have a problem with whatever your faith is, whatever. I think I said that on the previous. We can all get along. We don't have to. We don't have to be so divided in because of beliefs. At the core value of those beliefs, it's to be a good person and be peaceful. It's not so hard to where it's not so hard to grasp to where you have to force kids to learn them.
Yeah, that's the sticky thing. Not that I want to get into the religion debate, but that's kind of just the idea of even welcoming it is already going against the Christianity belief, which was what makes it hard. But again, bro, the way life is moving, there's certain ways that you have to just be able to react and respond, which is whenever there is this talk and there's a space of all of us having to be able to literally symbiotically live together, it's like we can't be pushing people on that. Because I'm Catholic, and I left the Christian school because they were telling me I had to go to chapel when I didn't live on campus and I had no classes, and I don't think I even drove at the time. So I'm like, bro, what do you want me to do, right? But
and that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's tough.
Getting in putting stuff in the way of education is just never the move.
I think that's the overall thing. But that's what I would say. If you guys have some rules, some laws you want to make, leave it in the comments. Make sure while you're doing that, go ahead and hit that 5-star on the Spotify, Apple Podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. And if you are catching on, you're probably aware that there is another YouTube channel, the Mago Minds Clips. That one's going to have most of the shorts, all of the shorts. YouTube is being weird right now, but they're all going to be up there eventually. It's going to have some of the shorter clips from the main, from the long form episodes. So if you're not up to date and up in tune with that, make sure you check out the YouTube. There's a lot of stuff going on that side of things. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It's gonna be a nice and easy one, just like the next. So.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with this episode for sure.
I liked it. I definitely liked it. The cards too were really nice. The cards were really nice today.
Sometimes we hit some nice cards.
Yeah.
Sometimes the cards are just a little too.
Yeah, some cards we pull you the depths, bro. The depths of the waters, man. Yeah, man's been having tears in their eyes. But that being said, make sure you guys like the video, and we'll catch you next time. Take it easy.
Peace.